Hi everyone, welcome back to my Stellaris Let's Play, playing on hard difficulty with the Miseleon Independent New Territories, as I'm sure you're aware at this point in the Let's Play. So I'm actually recording this video on a different day to the last video, and I've had a bit of time to think about certain things. We're definitely getting towards the point now where I'm thinking of declaring war on someone. In fact, recently these two empires have been asking for my assistance against each other. So I may be starting a war against one of these two coming up. This empire is on much worse terms with me than this empire, but this empire happens to be doing pretty well in terms of technology, which kind of worries me. So I definitely want to find out more about this empire coming up, and I've actually got this fleet coming down here, and I've also got some constructors, which I'm probably going to make some more wormhole stations down in this part of the map. I would very much like to figure out who these Tau aliens are and where they've come from. I believe they are actually there, so it might be pretty close actually to one of these two empires. I think recently I may have been missing a trick as well. I've been suffering from influence problems. I could get influence, of course, by rivaling someone. I'm actually going to be doing that. So I think the empire to actually rival is this one, the Sovereign Macsen Unified Government, which have got really beaten up recently. I'm not going to get much influence out of them, but it will improve my relations with the empires that have been basically trying to kill them, the ones that are rivals with them. So I think that would be a pretty decent idea actually. So let's actually communicate here and declare rivalry. So we would only get 0.1 influence, so it's really dreadful amount actually, but it's some better than nothing I guess. So let's do that. Now I think the current modifier I have with a lot of empires, if I showed this one for example, if I go here you can see not diplomatically relevant. There's actually a post on this on the Paradox forum, someone was asking about it, and I believe the head developer replied. So it's got to do with a lot of things, but it's basically distance. If you're far away from someone, then you're going to get that and not be able to do much diplomatically with them, unless you are a rival with them or an empire that they are rivaled with, or in some other way basically interact in a fashion that will cause them to notice you. So by rivaling them, the Sovereign Macsen Unified Governments, yeah, anyone who's rival with them will probably be in a place to start doing diplomatic actions with us. I haven't shown these map modes yet as well as this new feature, so I probably should show these now that we can see quite a few empires. Not particularly interesting really, and not even that useful arguably in my opinion, but I guess it's nice that they're here. So it just tells the different relations via different colours. There used to be a distance modifier on here as well, showing you how far away the empires were. They've gotten rid of that, which I wish they hadn't. I quite like that. Right, let's actually get started anyway. Okay, is that the Tau aliens? Decent chance of it. They've all of a sudden shown up here. Yeah, that's actually stopped. So that must be the Tau aliens, but we didn't get pop-up, didn't get any influence, so I'm not sure that's supposed to be happening. So who are they now? They are the Mesh Ben Commonwealth. So where are you on here? Can't even... Ah, there they are. So these guys are individualists, xenophobe militarists. We might be able to get on okay with them. They're at war with the Teberans. They've got a number of rivals. More than 3 in fact. That's probably due to them being militarists. Yeah, so we're probably not going to be able to do much with these guys at the moment because of the not diplomatically relevant thing. Okay. Oh, and towards the end of the last video I believe I was thinking about upgrading spaceports, so I should probably do that now, since I've got
system survey complete.
So who is this? Prax Star Dominion. Yeah, I'm just not interested in your offer. Okay, so let's get the science ship looks like I've pretty much done all of these things. So when do we get deserts at? 12 months. I may actually want to colonize this desert world down here, so I want to get that soon. Right, so I think I've done everything around here then, haven't I? So let's find another spot. Let's go and do that one. Oops, looks like I've got a constructor there as well. It's busy there. Okay, and another offer from those guys. Okay, so both of those are now building wormhole stations, and I've checked out the diplomacy screen here. Now, since I've rivaled these guys, all of a sudden these guys and these guys are now interested in doing diplomatic actions with me, at least potentially, because they've lost the modifier that I was discussing earlier, which name I've forgotten already. So these guys will actually give me a form non-aggression pact because they are receptive. The other guys nearer to me aren't so inclined to give us any diplomatic deal. Will they do research? No, they won't. So let's get that non-aggression pact. Since these guys seem to be the most powerful, that would definitely be very nice to pick up. So let's do that. So we get extra trust, maximum of extra 50 relations from trust. Off a trade deal, I would like to get a research agreement with them as well, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that. I really need to be focusing on weapons techs. Well, even if they're ahead of me, as long as I'm competitive militarily, we should be okay, especially with our large amount of planets. But well, I say large amount of planets, they actually have a lot themselves. Right, so let's get going again anyway. They're going to run out. Right, so we've got that non-aggression pact, and our trust will slowly build up. Let's get... Right, I accidentally told that to move out the system. Let's actually pick that up. Okay. I want a second spaceport in Gliderum really maxed out.
Construction complete.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive to do so. I can make another module there in a bit. I'm gonna want to get another colony ship up in a bit as well. Stutil Prime finished something. Okay, so I've updated some buildings on here, food there basically.
Construction
and
complete.
what about there? Silver spaceport just completed. Science building I did on there. Okay, so spaceport is done. Really should be considering a colony ship then here, or more destroyers. So what module is that? Oh, I forgot about that. So yeah, I definitely want to get that up. Let's get that up now, in fact. Okay. This territory is now actually within my space, so there's a few good, well, lots of good minerals and energy there. I'm gonna want to get it. Energy started to dip a bit actually, so I might want to focus on that in a minute. Is that within territory yet? No, not quite. How are these guys doing? Yeah, it's probably worthwhile looking at all these planets within the territory now if I'm gonna be potentially taking territory. Yeah, I wouldn't mind knowing certain things. Right, so that wormhole station is done there. Let's get you back to here. Okay. Should I guess I'll let that finish moving. I definitely want to go to their capital though to check out what their fleets are like. Let's get you to there. Okay. That's done as well.
Construction complete.
Okay, what is that? Beskal Prime, Surface Q. near done yet. Not really. That was physics I was doing, I believe. There's some society there I wouldn't mind doing in a bit. Right, that is finished. Oh, and it looks like he's going back there already. Right, so I've actually got to look down here as well in a second. It's probably not much. Well, it's going to be expensive to take my main fleet out because, well, I get minuses off their upkeep if they stay at home. So I'll probably leave them there and get the small fleet to have a look over there in a bit. Right, influence is slowly growing.
Research complete.
Research finally
Construction
done.
complete.
No, Desert World's already done. Maybe I should have had colony ship on the go, but I'm busy doing that. Well, let's look at what research I can get here then. Still no influence option, even though I now have 4 different options. So I probably want to go for a cheap one. I'm actually going to go for the tile blocker one here, I believe. Okay, and I've got unemployed citizens. Okay, it took a minute out then. It's quite a lot to do actually. So I've added a ton of extra destinations onto that fleet. There's a tile I'm clearing there, and I've moved that to the science temporarily. I've added buildings and build lists here and there. Gliderum is getting a spaceport up. I'm going to get colony ship up once Silver's done that, I think. Let's get going again now. And constructors are going off to build minerals over there, and I think an energy over here somewhere. Science situation.
System survey complete.
All goods. And looks like we surveyed that over there. There's quite a decent amount of stuff there actually. Let's get surveying down here. I would love to know actually how I'm actually going to get him to move there and then move there maybe. I want to survey this soon so I can see how much influence it's going to cost. There's a creature space amoeba there, so I might want to kill that in a second.
Construction complete.
Okay, so what's going on here? Eldrat Prime construction. Right, that was done. Let's move that over to there temporarily. Might get a robot to do switch to there in a second though. Okay, and Gliderum made something.
Construction complete.
Okay, sterile. I think the food's done here. Yet another request. One of those is going to go after the other in a bit. Okay, yeah, it's a bit close that, isn't it? So I don't think I can do that. Let's get it to there. Once the colony ship is halfway done, then I'll probably get the main fleet down there to deal with that.
Research complete.
Okay, research is done. Okay, I've got construction ships done as well. Right, so I think I just got extra energy. Gonna want that sentinel point defense at some point, but I can pick it up anytime really. Disruptors would be, well, a ton of shield damage, but the weapon damage is rubbish. Improved deflectors, I definitely need that actually, so let's go for that tech next. It won't be too long to do it. Okay. Figure out which place I'm moving over as well in a bit. Right,
construction complete.
Gliderum Prime. Right, so I'm going to get that physics tile up and running, I think, in a bit. Or now. Let's get you there. Okay, how are we looking on here? Need some more energy as well. I've noticed that the sectors don't tend to... If I come into here... Sectors don't tend to use the excess food, they just tend to stick it on whatever resources are available. So I probably need to keep that in mind when I'm actually turning stuff over, that they have enough to work on that isn't food, if you see what I mean. Right, so mining station, election. Brilliant. What was happening before is there was a bug here, and that was fixed in the 1.21 patch, so there are more than just 1 or 2 guys turning up. So, I'm sure some of these guys are dead. And they're showing up though, so that's weird. Unless I've rehired the guys with the same name. So, orbital researcher, off-world miner. I really don't have the influence to spend on any of these, frankly, so I'm not going to.
Construction complete.
Okay, so Spaceport Silver just finished. I will get a colony ship out here as much as I need to start getting ships out, arguably. Okay, to stop for a minute again to update these build lists. I've got so much minerals and there's quite a few things I wanted to do, so they've been updated. While I was doing that though, I've noticed something's a bit strange. You know how there's a ton of guys here and I was saying that there was a bug that's being fixed? Well, there's an interesting thing here. If we go into the leader screen, all of a sudden I've got new guys. I've got a new scientist and I've got a couple of new governors from somewhere, and I've just actually noticed that scientist guy. I noticed the governors but not him. So yeah, that's really strange. Something to do with that bug, I guess. This guy is a materialist scientist, so what can I use him for? Yeah, that's a good question. For the time being, I'm going to stick him on that science ship and basically use him to assist research, I guess. So I'll come to Avarice and do that, but I might want to stick him in the scientist for a bit, Okay, let's get going again. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, I've almost definitely to do with that bug, I reckon. So I think I'll keep him here. I may want to stick that materials guy here though, because they tend to increase the chances of getting resources. And also mass drivers, which I don't need them for, but I could stick a materials guy here.
Situation log updated.
Okay, new ruler mandate. So Abo Glor has been elected president. Is he the old guy or is he a new guy? He is a new guy by the looks of it, so I'm not sure what he was doing before. He's an industrialist with a Corvette focus, so not particularly amazing one, to be honest. I think we had money and something else before. I've got money issues all of a sudden. Okay, so if we go back into leaders, let's figure out who he was. So ruling from silver, yeah, so he is now... Right, so we can't do anything with him after all. Right, so unemployment here. There's an energy building that's been built there, and I'll have him do that.
Construction complete.
Okay, Eldorak. Let's move you there.
Construction complete.
Okay. Surface queue's done there. Trying to remember what I was making.
System survey complete.
Probably. Okay, let's change this one over to there. Break that. Okay. this. Where are you?
Research complete.
Go to there. Okay, level 4. Science. Oh, I haven't done my energy for my new ships yet. Right, volcanoes. Do we finally get something I want here? Well, let's have the ability. Actually, that's going to be pretty important. There's a ton of toxic kelp on those 2 planets. I would like to pick that up though, but I still haven't got an influence tech here. I really need a statesman scientist. I think that will increase the chances. I'll pick that for now though, it's only 15 months. So, yeah, literally tons of kelp on that and on that as well. So, I'm actually reasonably glad I picked that up. Okay, how are we looking here? Need, yeah, to check out their militaries pretty soon. Right, mining stations. Okay, right, loads to do again. Something which I've forgotten about is I've got this new orbital mandate, haven't I? Since we've just got a new president, so I'm going to have to get that done soon. There isn't much science left in terms of research stations that I can do, but I think there's just enough. I'm going to get some energy up there. That one's going to pick up some physics, and yeah, I think I'm ready to get going again. I want to actually get my military down here now though. I'm going to try and deal with the creatures that are there and then colonize there and survey there. I think it's time to do it. The colony ship is coming in soon. Got tons of minerals. Energy's gone down a bit now though, which is an issue. I think, well, I'm getting so much minerals at the time being. I'm gonna need to save up some to make destroyers maybe, and yeah, start to make some shipyards I think in a bit as well. Right, that constructor, let's use, you know what, I think I will pick up that engineering here after all. Not sure when I'm going to colonize there. There's a few places I could colonize actually which are desert related. There's one down there right in the border. There's the continental world there. There's a desert world there. I actually have the ocean colonizing tech as well. I was thinking about maybe colonizing that system so I could get rid of the outpost, but that ocean world actually has issues in terms of habitability. So I have to wait for a bit more habitability. Otherwise my happiness cap would be under 50, which probably isn't a great idea. Okay, let's go and take these on now. I'm going to start on some spaceports.
Situation log updated.
Okay, encounter in Witris, Epsilon aliens. So I probably want, well, I need more influence. Let's try and find out about those.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay. I still haven't done these, have I? Let's do this now, the energy. Will I remember? Okay, so autocomplete should suffice. There's one medium one there, I guess that's okay. Corvettes. Autocomplete. Surely I don't need that, do I? Let's stick on... looks like I do. Guess I have a couple of armor. Okay, I'll try that.
Situation log
Cap for
updated.
minerals is 11,000, so I got a huge cap there. I don't really have to worry, so I can let it build up and sort that out later. Let's bring that back home. The science ship can come and survey here, and then I'll
Construction complete.
pick up that, survey the system. Once I influence problems, I sorted out hiring of a scientist. Yeah, we lost. One of them is charged now, isn't he? You know, he's actually gone now, the materials guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I've got another admiral all of a sudden as well. Oh, that was the guy that was president. He lost the presidency though. So switch him back since he's gone. Upkeep bonus. Okay. Oh, colony ship just finished recently, and minor station. So I've got to get the colony ship to. Pretty sure I'm gonna move there. Looks like a 30 is gonna be as well. Have we surveyed that yet? Not sure I have, and yet it's telling me how much it would cost, which surprises me. Constructor, where are you? Right, since we've finished here as well, let's get making some destroyers, I think. Right, I've got to figure out which one of these I'm going to be turning over as well in a second. That can... Right, let's look for some science.